Hi there, I'm Matt, and I have a Denon Professional MiniDisc Recorder for sale. And this is a Denon model DN-M1050R, and it was manufactured in October of 1997, still got the tag on the back, and I purchased it in 1998 from Pro Sound and Stage Lighting, PSSL.com. They're still in business. And I intended to use it for mobile DJ gigs, and unfortunately, very soon after I purchased this, the consumer CD recorders became available to put in your computer. And this basically became obsolete with that because it was much easier to use a dual tray CD player. That way I could have music going out from one music source while I'm queuing up the next music source. But because I intended to have it for a mobile DJ application, I've got the wings on it for a 19-inch rack mountable thing. But these wings easily come off. They just take those two screws off, and it doesn't really detract from the aesthetics if you're going to have it, say, in a cabinet or something. So I only used it for about 4 or 5 gigs. It is in perfect, flawless shape. And unless there's a Denon museum somewhere, you're never going to find a unit of this quality and in absolute perfect shape like this one is, because it was hardly ever used. And I stored it inside the house in a closet underneath a dust cover. So this was never stored outside in a garage, and it was never stored in an attic or anything. And one of the nice things about this unit is for writing your table of contents, it's got the old style keyboard PS2 inputs there. So if you have an old PS2 keyboard, or you can get one very inexpensively off of eBay or Amazon, it makes writing the table of contents and putting your song titles and things like that much, much easier. So I'm going to pause this for a second and show you the back. And here we have the back of the unit. And Denon, I guess, marketed this as a professional unit because of the features that you have for the inputs and outputs. For inputs, you've got digital AES, and you got the XLR connectors there, SPDIF connectors there that are the unbalanced. And then you've got a balanced in XLR connection and a balanced out XLR connection that are both analog. And then the ones that I used in the gear were these analog RCA inputs and outputs. And it also, if you wanted to hook it up to a computer and have a remote control for it, you've got these other two parallel ports that you have there. And as you can see right here, it says it was manufactured in October of 1997. And it is in absolutely flawless shape. And now let's show you, I'm going to hook it up to a small little preamp mixer and show you the function. And on the back here, I just hooked up a RCA, couple of cables here, to a small little preamp mixer just to show you what the thing sounds like. And it sounds wonderful. When you turn on the unit, pressing the power button here, the lights come on, does its little, reading the actual disc that's in there. And it gives you the actual name of the track that it has on track number 1. Now, if I come over here and I hit stop, it's going to show the actual, I named this Smooth Jazz 1, and it's got 15 tracks on there. But if then I go to the standby pause, kind of a cue, then it actually puts it on the actual track number there. So when I hit play, I've already got the mixer kind of turned up, and it starts with the music playing. And then to choose what track that you want to go to, it's got a toggle switch here. And I can go to track 2, track 3, and go back to track 2. So in track 2, it has it red, and just turn it on. And then I can stop whatever track I'm playing. And if I want to get the disc out, I just hit the eject button, and it ejects the disc out. So there we are, Smooth Jazz that I made literally back in 1999. Now, I found out recently that when I was originally trying to sell this, that the Achilles heel of these mini disc players, whether it's Sony, who actually invented the technology, or Denon, there is a carrier right under here, just a small carrier, that when you put your disc in, the actual disc loads in there, and then it drops down a little bit, and then when you hit your eject button, it comes back up, and the carrier basically ejects the disc. There are 2 little pulleys in there, and those pulleys have a belt that drives, that connects the 2 pulleys, and it's a 50 millimeter rubber belt. And after 23 years or whatever, that rubber belt had given up the ghost. And so that's why sometimes on eBay you're going to find units that are no longer functional, and they sell them for parts only. Sometimes that, sometimes the circuitry. But I just measured out what size it was, and then also looked up the actual service manual and found out it was a 50 millimeter drive belt. And I put a new drive belt in there, and it functions flawlessly. So that same smooth jazz, I can take the disc, I can just set it in there, just give you tiny little bit of force on there, and it will take the disc in, it will read it, and it will come up track number 1, Sail Away there. And if I wanted to eject this one and put a different disc in, I had another disc available here that I made back then, and I was going to put a bunch of songs on it, but I didn't. But it was Disco Hits 1, and I only got Brick House from the Commodores on there. So I put it in here. It takes a moment to actually read the disc, and it will come up track 1, Brick House. But then when I toggle, there is nothing else because there are no other songs on there. And then did I actually title it? Yeah, okay, I titled it Disco Hits 1. But then I'm going to eject it, and I can put the smooth jazz one back in. So as you can see, this is a flawlessly functioning mini disc recorder. And there we are with Sail Away. So then I can hit it, music comes on. If I wanted to go to a different song, but it is a perfectly working mini disc player. And when I purchased it, I also got some, and this is the original service manual, or not service manual, but actual instruction booklet. And so anytime you want to be looking at how you create your table of contents and all that, all the instructions are here. I originally purchased, 20 of these mini discs, and I only opened the first pack. These are all still got the shrink wrap around them, and packs of 5. So these, packs of 5 have still got, so I've got 15 unopened mini discs in there, 74-minute TDK mini discs, and I've got these started. So there's only one song on there, and there are a couple other mini discs in this package. So all that is available for you. If you go on eBay, I'm going to have the listing on eBay the same as the listing that I put on the title that I put here on YouTube, and you will not find another mini disc recorder that is in this good a shape. It just is really not something that I need anymore, and apparently I did a little bit of searching, and these are as rare as hen's teeth. So if you are interested, go to eBay and you can get a hold of me there. So thank you.